What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? This your boy 49er Dion here, back with another video, man. So definitely gonna get the particulars out of the way. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on them post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, man, let's get right into it. This is the video that we all been waiting for, man. Straight up 100. These are the people who made the squad. There aren't really any surprises. But what I can tell you is, some of these people will be here and some of these people will wind up being gone. I'm just telling you that right now. So let's get right on into it, man. So, QBs, Jimmy, Nick, and CJ. This is obvious. We all knew that. Do any of us want CJ Beathard here? No. Do we have any reason to have CJ Beathard here? No. There's no point to actually have him around. But he's going to be here due to the coronavirus, and at the same time, Shanahan just cannot let go of his guys. It drives me fucking insane that he that he will cry and fight for dudes who ain't, like, this dude don't have he has no future in the NFL. I'm sorry. And there's nothing against the guy personally. He just doesn't, come on, man. No. CJ's all right as a quarterback. He ain't about to go out there and win no damn Super Bowl and or playoff games. He barely won one game in his whole fucking career. So, he's here because of the coronavirus, and if anything happens to either Jimmy or Nick, we're going to need an extra backup. That's the only reason he's here. Jimmy is our starter. Nick is our backup. That's how it works. So, we're going to jump over to the running backs. TC, Raheem the Dream, Jerick McKinnon, Jeff Wilson Jr., and Juice. No surprises there. Those are all the guys that I figured would make it in the first damn place. Of course, there's a lot of people that were questioning whether Jeff Wilson Jr. would make it or JaMycal Hasty would make it, but you got to go with the experience over the inexperience. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, running backs, that's nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying? You shipped off Matt Breida, so you can open the door for Jerick McKinnon to come back. And I think what happened was they finally understood that Jerick was going to be healthy, and now they're good. Now, for me, I want Raheem the Dream to have an amazing season. I want him to get all those incentives that he fought for. You know what I'm saying? TC, gotta love him, man. He's out there, he get the hard yards. Jeff Wilson Jr., same thing, gets the hard yards. All of these running backs that we have can catch out of the backfield. The best one catching out of the backfield is Jerick McKinnon. Yes, he's been injured for 2 years. Yes, I've been talking shit about him for 2 years because he ain't produced nothing. So me talking shit was valid. But the one thing that I can say is that I did see him when he played in Minnesota, and I did see the dual threat ability. So maybe if he would have been healthy these past 2 years, we would have seen that, and you probably wouldn't have seen, too many other running backs either being drafted and or too many other running backs touching the ball, because we would have had that dual threat out of the backfield. The guy's pretty good when he runs, very, very good when he runs routes. Of course, Juice is that Swiss Army knife that you just cannot replace. So you got to have him. Jeff, y'all saw what he did in that Cardinals game. That pass was behind him. He contorted his body enough just to be able to get back, catch that pass, and catch, and that was a game-winning touchdown catch. Because the Cardinals gave us fits both years, both times we played them last year. So we'll move on. Wide receivers, Brandon Ayuk, Kendrick Bourne. Now this guy is going to be the guy that I did not anticipate making the team. I saw him on the outside looking in because of the wrist injury. Richie James Jr. And they didn't activated him too. So I think they said, hey man, look, Richie good. We're going to keep him there. Dante Pettis made the squad. Debo, of course, and Trent Taylor. Now, I understand that Juwan Jennings didn't wind up making it, but like I said, if he clears waivers, he'll wind up going to the practice squad. But for right now, Ayuk, KB, Richie James Jr., Dante Pettis, Debo Samuel, and Trent Taylor. Now, I did hear a little interesting story from my boy Dre over at Nothing But Niners. I'm just saying this is where I heard the story first. So shout out to Dre and the Nothing But Niners crew doing big things over there. So basically, Dante, had a little bit of dog in him there. Basically, Tart intercepted the ball, handed Dante the ball, and was like, hey, catch that next time. So next time Dante catches the ball, catches a touchdown, he runs up to it, he looks narcotic. There's a little bit of jaw jacking going for it. Now that to me, I mean, that gives me a small glimmer of hope. You see how small I'm holding my fingers? Well, that much. You know why? Because he's still a chump. One instance don't make you a dog. One instance don't turn you from a little kitty cat to a lion. You know what I'm saying? So he still got way, way more to prove to me as far as a fan for me to be like, oh, okay, I can believe in Dante now. You know what I'm saying? He's still got to be able to take them hits over the middle. He's still got to be able to run routes, and he's got to be able to produce, man. I need Dante Pettis from the second half of his rookie season to show the fuck up this year. But I need him to show up all year long. I don't need Dante Pettis from last year who was giggling, kiki, and ha-ha, and hoo-hoo, and oh yeah, it's great, let me get in on your handshake, Mr. I'm cool sitting on the bench, and then Dante show up, Mr. Sensitive ass, at his fucking press conference with a tie-dye shirt with a fucking kitty cat on the pocket, talking about I had to have somebody teach me that Kyle Shanahan wasn't coaching me too hard. Oh, and by the way, if you're deactivated for the Super Bowl, that should motivate you. But being deactivated for all those other games didn't motivate you. Sitting there on the sideline, watching your team win, watching them shine and shit on people, watching them barely lose games, not even contributing in any way, that didn't motivate you. You didn't even get on the field for fucking special teams. None of that motivated you. It took for us to get to the fucking Super Bowl, for you to be motivated. Nah, man, nah. And y'all can kiss my ass if y'all out there mad at me because of the way I'm riding Dante. I'm riding him like this because you already know when you play a team sport, especially football, coaches are going to be hard on you. Coaches are hard on you because they look to get more out of you. They know that if a coach ain't hard on you, man, he don't give two fucks. If you ever have a coach or you ever have kids that play sports and you got that happy-go-lucky coach, yeah, everybody gets to play. And we get little participation trophies at the end. That is not the right person to be coaching your children and or coaching you if you're in that situation. You know why? Because you don't want to just be a participation motherfucker. You want to win at the end of the day. That's the whole point. There is not a team in the league right now, I can tell you, and I know I'm going a little off script with everybody who made the squad, but I have to make this point. There is not a team in the league that will tell you our goal is just to make it through the season. Every team's goal is to make it to the fucking Super Bowl. Whether they openly say it or they don't. You want to make it to the Super Bowl. You want to win. You want to bring that home. Kansas City did that last year against us. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to them for winning first championship they ever fucking had. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't want somebody that's just going to be okay with just being on the back burner. And then you come in this year and now you done had some emotional counseling and you know how to separate it all of a sudden. You should have knew how to separate that shit from day fucking one. There's no way in the hell you can't tell me that the coach is being hard on you and you think he's picking on you from a personal standpoint. He didn't say, hey, you punk motherfucker with the blue hair. Hey, jackass with the orange hair. Hey, jackass with this. You know, like he didn't, come on, people. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best people. Kyle Shanahan press conference confirmed exactly how the fuck I feel. You can't sit up there and tell me you don't know how. He basically said in so many words like, look, bro, like you can't be sensitive and soft like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I have to coach certain people a certain way, but I shouldn't have to change up my coaching style to accommodate your fucking feelings because you thought I was picking on you personally. If I didn't like you personally, you wouldn't be on this fucking team. The motherfucker jumped up to draft you. He used an extra draft pick to get in the second round to draft the motherfucker who possibly was going to be there. Come on now, Dante. So one little fucking skirmish where you went ahead and put yourself out there and made it look like you had a little fight in you don't mean shit. I want to see that shit during the season. I want to see you stiff arm a motherfucker. I want to see you get up in somebody's face when they try to tackle you and let them know. You know what I'm saying? I'm Dante Pettis. I'm back. I'm back like cooked crack, baby. Straight up. So, those are the wide receivers. Sorry about the little rant. I couldn't help myself. Tight ends. George Kittle, Ross Dwelly, Jordan Reed, Charlie Warner. These are the guys I anticipated making the squad. The reason that Charlie Warner made the squad is because he is a good goddamn blocker. Period. The guy can block. That's what he was known for at Georgia. That's why the fuck we drafted him. Well, he's a good blocker, but he's a better pass catcher. Jordan Reed is one of the best route running tight ends in the fucking league, if not the best. And then George Kittle is the best tight end in the fucking league. So I'm very happy with our tight end room. Although George jokingly was talking about running the 4 tight end set. That motherfucker's crazy. But he loves tight ends and he loves his position. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be good, you know. And I mean, if you have a 2 tight end set with George Kittle and Jordan and a healthy Jordan Reed, it's not fair. And I love it. I can tell you right now, you know what that reminds me of? Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. Say what you want about Aaron Hernandez and everything that happened with the way that his life ended, which was very unfortunate. You know, blessings to that man and his family. But at the end of the day, that motherfucker was a beast on the field. He was great on the field. Gronk was great with him. Brady was just killing motherfuckers with that. So that was awesome. So next up, we got the O-line. So we got Mike McGlinchey, Trent Williams, Laken Tomlinson, Daniel Brunskill, Tom Compton, Ben Garland, Colton McKivitz, Justin School, and Weston Richburg. Richburg's going to start the season on the PUP list, so we won't have Richburg until week 7. And most likely when Richburg comes back, Tom Compton is gone because he played like hot garbage during the fucking training camp. He was just worthless, man. He was getting beat by any and everybody, people manhandling him, fucking him up. Colton McKivitz most likely will stay. But that's basically what it is, man. You know, so you got Laken Tomlinson there too. So, I mean, we got our starting squad. And I can tell you right now, Ben Garland most likely will be healthy for week 1. That is why you see Brunskill still there. You will not see Brunskill at center. I guarantee you. They are most likely talking to Garland saying, look, I know it might hurt a little bit, bro, but you're going to have to go. You're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to fucking suck it up. You're going to have to make it happen. Ben Garland will be ready for week 1, people. Daniel Brunskill will slide back over to the right guard spot. Do not panic. Defensive line. Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, D Ford, Kevin Givens, Kerry Hyder, DJ Jones, Javon Kinlaw, Contavious Street, and Solomon Thomas. The only other person missing from that is Ronald Blair. He's going to start the season on the PUP list, as is Weston Richburg. We will have Ronald Blair back. And once we have Ronald Blair back, I can tell you right now, most likely it'll be Kevin Givens that possibly gets cut, unless we can just make room on the roster for him and then he stays. But, I mean, we got our starting squad, man. Everybody going to be healthy. You will see Bosa. You will see D Ford. You will see Eric Armstead. And you most likely will see DJ Jones. That's how that will work. You're going to get a mix of Solomon Thomas. You're going to get a mix of Contavious Street. You're going to get a mix of Javon Kinlaw. All these dudes will be rotating in and out. I tell y'all all the time, I harken back to Steve Spagnuolo when he was rotating in and out first stringers on a constant basis when he was with the Giants. That's what he was doing because that's how they were winning. So, next up, we got linebackers. Quan Alexander, Fred Warner, Drake Greenlaw, Aziz Al-Shair, Mark Nzacha, and Demetrius Flanagan-Foles. Now, you know, having all those guys there is amazing. That's great. Flanagan-Foles is a little bit of a surprise to me because I didn't expect him to really make the squad. Mark Nzacha, he wound up, you know, being favored with our special teams coordinator, so he wound up getting a job over Joe Walker because he was basically battling with him for that spot because Mark Nzacha is a special teams ace. Flanagan-Foles will probably be a special teams guy too. So will Aziz. But our starters are always going to be Quan, Fred, and Dre. We all know that. Fred will be back for week 1. They're just trying to get him off that little COVID list, you know. And remember, he was just exposed to somebody who had it. He don't actually have it. You know, nothing's wrong, so we good. So, defensive backs. Uncle Sherm, we got Akello, K1, Jason Verrett, and Emmanuel Mosley. Now, what this tells me is that this situation with Jason Verrett, his hamstring pull, I'm going to safely assume because he made the squad that they are thinking that it's not going to be that bad and that he probably just needs a little bit of time off and he should be good to go. He had a pretty good camp, you know, nothing stellar by any stretch of the imagination, but he did have a pretty good camp. But I think on this, you know, when we go out there for week 1 against the Cardinals, it'll be Uncle Sherman and Eman Mosley over there. Like, we know that. You know, Kello didn't play well enough to beat him out. K1's recovering from a calf injury, and he's going to be fine for week 1. So we basically have 4 DBs on the squad, and then you have other guys that are interchangeable. You'll never know. If for some freaking nature reason K'Waun Williams isn't ready, you'll probably see Jimmy Ward slide down in there, and you'll probably see Tarvarius Moore slide back into Jimmy Ward's spot because he's down there playing nickel, which is, just obvious. So next up, we got the safeties. We only kept 4. If you remember, we cut Maiden, we cut Jonathan Cyprien. So we have Jimmy Ward, we have Jaquiski Tartt, we have Tarvarius Moore, and Marshall Harris. Now, Harris was injured for a little bit, but I'm assuming they feel like Harris is going to be there to be able to back up Tartt, and they don't feel like Tartt's going to get injured. Jimmy Ward and Tartt are a starting safety duo, and we love them both, but both of them, God help them, they can't stay healthy to save their own lives. So it's definitely sometimes a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, those are our guys, and we hope that they can stay fully healthy. Of course, we have our special teams guys that are normal. We got our long snapper, Kyle Nelson. We got the greatest punter who puts the ball in the air for 45 minutes. You could have a fucking dinner, have a little bit of dessert, and still talk afterwards before that damn ball comes down. Old Mitch Wisnowski with his hard-hitting ass. That big Aussie, that motherfucker crazy, boy. You got some good. You got an 83 speed on Madden. When the fuck have you seen a punter with an 83? That's rankings right there. Then you got, of course, Robbie Gould kicking the field goals, man. So those are the starters. Let me know if there were guys that you thought should make the squad that didn't. Let me know if there are guys there right now that you have a good or bad feeling about. If you have, once again, questions or concerns, by all means, please let me know. I'll answer anything. I'll reply to the comments. Shout out to all my guys that watch me. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much for the love. Like I said, man, just spread the word. Tell a friend. You got somebody that love 49er football, love 49er content, and likes a little bit of an abstract view. You know what I'm saying? And the person who get a little crazy with their opinion, definitely, man, point them my way, point them to the channel, and let them know, man, hey, you should hit the like and subscribe button on this dude because he's going to keep you posted. But thank y'all for keeping it, watching the channel. I really do appreciate everything, man. Bless everyone that does watch the channel and take a look at this. And for those of y'all that are watching and haven't hit the like and subscribe button, man, definitely go ahead and do so. I'm going to keep you posted all year long. I got my NFL Game Pass from the homie, so we good. I'm going to be watching every game, keep y'all up to date and posting on that stuff, man. We going to look great this year. And I'm going to say it right now. This starting squad will go 15-1 or 16-0. We will be back in the Super Bowl. There's nobody that can stop us. The only team that can stop us is us. We are going back to the Super Bowl. We are going to finish it this time. Hopefully, we don't have any more hiccups, because I didn't like the fact that Kyle Shanahan didn't call a timeout and try to score before halftime. And then at the same time, he was trying to force the ball a little too much. Should have ran a little bit more. But either way, that's in the past. This is our future. Y'all have a wonderful evening and stay blessed.